You are the master of your fate. Let's begin. Tell me the truth. Look me in the eye. Are you winning? I don't mean winning the lottery. I don't mean a promotion at work. I mean, are you winning the most important war you will ever fight? You feel the pressure, the doubt, the anxiety. You feel like you are standing still while the rest of the world is running past you. You see others achieving, succeeding, building the lives you dream of, and you ask yourself, why not me? Most people, they blame the world. They blame their past. They blame their circumstances, their boss, their luck. They look everywhere for the cause of their stagnation, and they never find it, because they are looking outside. The enemy is not out there. The war you are losing is not in the world, it's in your mind. The greatest battle for your success is fought in the silent spaces between your ears. That's where the real enemy lives. That's where the seeds of fear are planted. That's where the whispers of doubt become deafening. Your thoughts, running wild and unsupervised, are a more dangerous foe than any obstacle you will ever face in the external world. I have known men who possessed every advantage: money, connections, brilliance, and they failed. Not because the world was against them, but because their own minds were a battlefield of confusion and indecision. They let 1,000 different ideas compete for their attention, and in the end, they were paralyzed, unable to act on any of them. Their minds were like an untended garden. Instead of a harvest of prosperity and purpose, they produced only the weeds of doubt and fear. I've seen it 1,000 times. The man who says, I want to start a business, but spends his days thinking about all the ways it could fail. The woman who says, I want to find a partner, but fills her mind with thoughts of all the times she's been hurt. They believe their circumstances are holding them back, but it is not a lack of opportunity. It is a lack of mental discipline. It is a failure to control the very thoughts that shape their reality. You are not failing because of your circumstances. You are failing because of your thinking. You see, your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It can build empires, or it can tear them down. But it will not do either on its own. It requires a master, and if you are not its master, then you are its prisoner. This is the hard truth. This is the truth that will set you free, and this is where we begin. We are going to stop fighting the world and start winning the war within. We are going to take back the one thing that truly belongs to you, your mind. Now, if we are to win this war, we need a strategy, we need a weapon. And the first, most powerful weapon you have is not your ambition, it is not your talent, it is your definite purpose. A mind without a definite purpose is a ship without a rudder. It drifts, it gets tossed about by every passing storm, every new idea, every doubt, and every fear. The great men I have known, Carnegie, Ford, Edison, they were not just dreamers, they were architects of their own reality. They had a single burning purpose that drove every single thought, every decision, and every action. Andrew Carnegie didn't just want to be rich. That's a vague wish. That's a daydream. Carnegie's purpose was to dominate the steel industry. He knew what he wanted. He saw it. He could feel the weight of the steel in his hands long before it was his. He built a mental blueprint for his empire, brick by brick, thought by thought. That is the power of a definite purpose. Your mind is a magnificent engine, but an engine without a destination is a waste of fuel. You can have all the intelligence in the world, all the passion, all the good intentions, but if you do not direct that energy towards a single burning goal, it will dissipate. It will become a scattered, weak force. This is why so many people fail. They have a dozen vague desires. They want to be rich, but they also want to travel the world, but they also want to relax more, but they also want to learn 5 new skills. They chase everything and catch nothing. Your first thought must be your most important thought. I challenge you right now, what is your one definite purpose? Not what you might do, not what you could do, but what you will do. Write it down. A vague idea on a crumpled note won't do. You need a purpose so clear, so specific, that it becomes a permanent fixture in your mind. This one act of clarity is the foundation upon which all correct thinking is built. It is the beginning of your victory. Your mind is a field. Every thought is a seed. Every day you are planting. You are either planting the seeds of success or you are planting the weeds of doubt and failure. And the harvest, my friend, is your life. This is not some philosophical theory. This is a fundamental law of the mind. You become what you habitually think about. Your life is a direct, undeniable reflection of your dominant thoughts. Most people don't realize this. They think their thoughts are random, fleeting things. They don't see that every passing worry, every internal criticism, every excuse they entertain, they are all programming their subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind is the engine that drives your actions, your emotions, and your ultimate results. If you spend your days thinking about all the reasons you can't get ahead, you are actively programming your mind to find those reasons. You are building mental barriers where none existed. If you constantly replay past failures, you are training your mind to expect more failure in the future. What you think, you become. What you believe, you see. What you fear, you create. This is the loop, the unconscious, self-defeating loop that traps millions. They don't see it because it's so quiet. It's a whisper in the back of your mind that says, you're not good enough. It's a feeling of dread before a big opportunity. It's the instant excuse that comes to mind when you feel resistance. We are not victims of our thoughts. We are the creators of them. And until you accept this responsibility, you will never be free. You can have a definite purpose, but if your habitual thinking is working against it, you will be in a constant state of internal conflict. So the question is not what you think about once in a while. The real question is, what do you think about when you're not paying attention? What is the dominant, ever-present thought in your mind? This is the thought that is shaping your destiny. And if you don't like the shape, it's time to change the sculptor. So we know the enemy is within. We know our first weapon is a definite purpose. We understand that our habitual thoughts are either building us up or tearing us down. But how do we take control? How do we stop the chaos? Your mind is not a trash bin for every passing thought. Most people treat it that way. They allow every random idea, every fleeting worry, every piece of gossip they hear to enter and take up residence. They become passive observers of their own mental life, letting their thoughts run the show. But you are not a passive observer. You are the gatekeeper. Your job is to stand at the gate of your mind and decide what gets in and what stays out. This is the act of forging clarity. You are going to become a master sculptor, but not by adding to the marble. You are going to chip away at everything that isn't the masterpiece. Here is the simple, powerful method. When a thought appears, you will not fight it. You will not argue with it. You will not give it power. You will simply ask one question. Does this thought serve my definite purpose? I don't know if I can do this. Does that serve your purpose? No. Discard it. What if I fail and everyone laughs at me? Does that serve your purpose? No. Discard it. That person's success makes me feel small. Does that serve your purpose? No. Discard it. This is not magic. This is mental triage. You are training yourself to recognize a useless thought and simply dismiss it. You are redirecting your energy. This act of disciplined rejection is more powerful than 1,000 positive affirmations. It is the act of creating a mind that is clean, focused, and ready to work for you. The master sculptor chips away at the stone to reveal the art that is already within. You will do the same. You will chip away at the thoughts of doubt, fear, and confusion to reveal the mind of clarity and power that is your birthright. Now we must move from theory to action. You cannot win a war with a plan alone. You must train. You must build strength. And a chaotic mind is a weak mind. A disciplined mind is a powerful mind. Discipline is not a punishment. It is a tool for freedom. The undisciplined mind is a slave to every passing impulse, every fleeting fear, every distraction. It is a prison. But a disciplined mind, that is true freedom. The freedom to choose your thoughts. The freedom to focus your energy on what matters. The freedom to pursue your definite purpose without being derailed by your own internal chaos. So, we will not leave this to chance. We will not wait for inspiration. We will begin to train your mind like a soldier. We will build habits that forge discipline, one thought at a time. Here are your drills. Repeat them every day until they become second nature. 1. The morning charge, the first 5 minutes of your day are the most important. Do not check your phone. Do not listen to the news. Instead, close your eyes and spend 5 minutes visualizing your definite purpose. See it, feel it, live it in your mind. This is your first command to your mind for the day. You are telling it what to focus on. 2. The purpose. Pause. Throughout the day, you will be bombarded with distractions. Every time you feel yourself getting lost in a useless conversation, a social media feed, a bout of procrastination, you will stop. Take one deep breath and ask yourself, is this activity serving my definite purpose? If the answer is no, you will stop and redirect your attention. This is how you take back your time and your focus. 3. The evening review. Before you go to sleep, review the day in your mind. Do not judge yourself. Simply observe. Did your thoughts and actions serve your purpose? Where did you lose focus? Where did you win? This review is not about guilt. It is about gathering intelligence for the next day's battle. This is a commitment. You owe yourself this much. You owe yourself a mind that works for you, not against you. Every day you do these drills, you are not just getting better, you are becoming a new person. You are forging an internal army that will never retreat. We have come to the end of our lesson, but the beginning of your victory. I have shown you the battlefield is in your mind. I have given you the master weapon of definite purpose. I have shown you how your habitual thoughts are shaping your world, and I have given you the method to become the gatekeeper of your mind. Finally, I have given you the drills to forge the discipline of a soldier. Now I must make this clear. All of these are not separate tools. They are all parts of one single powerful act: correct thinking. Correct thinking is the master key that unlocks every other door in your life. It is the engine that drives your definite purpose. It is the architect of your habits. It is the force that silences doubt and fear. When you master this one skill, everything else becomes possible. Your finances will improve because your thoughts about money will change from scarcity to abundance. Your relationships will deepen because your thoughts about others will move from judgment to understanding. Your health will become a priority because your thoughts about your body will shift from neglect to respect. Everything you want is on the other side of this one shift. You are no longer a victim of your mind. You are its master. The feeling of being stuck, overwhelmed, or defeated will become a distant memory. It will be replaced with a feeling of unshakable clarity, immense power, and undeniable purpose. You can have the life you want. You can achieve your goals, but it does not happen by accident. It happens by intention. It happens with every single thought you choose to think. The future you want is not waiting to be found. It is waiting to be thought. Your thoughts are the single most powerful force in your life. They can build empires or they can build prisons. The choice has always been yours. You now have the blueprint. The time for waiting, for hoping, for wishing is over. The time for action is now. The moment your thinking changes, your life is given a new direction. Start today. Start now. Key takeaways. The unseen war. The greatest battle for your success is fought and won in your mind, not in the world. Clarity before action. All effective thinking begins with a definite purpose. Without it, your mind is just a battlefield of random thoughts. Your thoughts are your reality. You cannot hold thoughts of failure and expect to find success. You become what you habitually think. The power of the gatekeeper. You have the power to accept or reject every thought that enters your mind. Guard that gate with your purpose. Discipline is freedom. Mental discipline is not a punishment. It is the tool you use to create a mind that serves your purpose and frees you from internal chaos. Immediate action steps. 1. Write it down. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. Write down your one definite purpose, your single most important goal. Place it where you will see it every morning. 2. The 2-minute rule. For the next 24 hours, whenever you catch a negative or unproductive thought, simply stop, say no, and replace it with a positive, purposeful thought. Do not argue with it, simply dismiss and replace. 3. Mental visualization. Before you go to sleep tonight, spend 5 minutes mentally picturing yourself having already achieved your definite purpose. Feel the success. Live in it. Repeat this every night for 1 week. Remember, your success begins the moment you decide to act.